Now, as a winger, there's a lot of things you need to do. You need to play both sides of the game, offensively, defensively, but your main job is to provide the striker. Obviously, you're gonna get some goals for yourself, but if we look at the winger, you're spending most of your time in wide positions. A lot of times you wanna be playing these balls across the box. So we're gonna get into that. The first thing I wanna touch on is using your speed, even if you're a slow player. Now, chances are you're playing winger, your coach put you there because you probably do have a bit of pace, you do have a bit of speed. So I want you to use that speed, because a lot of times as the winger, you're gonna have open space to run into. So it's very important that you use your speed, even if you're not fast. I'll explain that in a second. When you're playing in the middle of the field, it's much tighter, okay? You don't have this open space to run into. So it's very important when you do get that chance, you have to utilize it. You have to exploit it right away. What I see a lot of times is a winger gets the ball and he has all this open space here, but he's jogging into it. He's waiting for someone to come close him down for some reason. And if he just took a big touch out of his feet and ran onto that ball as fast as he could, he would already be in the attacking third before he even got closed down. Okay, so even if you're not a fast player or like one of the fastest players on your team, realize that you can improve that with proper training, but use the speed that you have to exploit the open space when it's there. Don't wait for someone to come close you down and then beat them and then get into space, okay? When the space is there, just take it, exploit it right away, and boom, you can already whip across into the box before it even touched you. You didn't even have to beat anyone. You just took 1, 2 big touches out of your feet and then you delivered a quality ball into the box, okay? So simplify it. But the biggest point I'm making here is use your speed when you have that open space. Become comfortable sprinting with the ball. It's a crucial skill for a winger, okay? You have to be able to sprint with the ball at top speed, whatever your top speed is. So that was the first thing I want to touch on, and that's very important as a winger. Use your speed when you have the chance. When you do get in these wide positions, have confidence taking players on, because it's going to happen a lot during the game. Now, if you want to give yourself more space to attack, obviously it's easier for you to attack. If I receive the ball with the defender already on me, it's harder for me to beat him than as if I receive the ball with space and now I have a bit of space to build up speed to put him on his back feet and I can just beat him with a simple move. Okay, so when you're trying to take players on, or you know you're gonna have to take them on, you wanna get yourself a bit more width to start with. Obviously, I know you're a confident, comfortable player. You can beat them if you receive the ball here. You'll take a first touch inside or let it run across you, first touch outside, always taking your first touch into space. Okay, but make it easier on yourself by getting that width. So let's say the ball's getting switched from the other side. Let's say it got played into the winger here, and this is a great point here. If it's not on, okay, you don't have to force it. You're getting closed down. A lot of wingers will turn into trouble and try to beat this player here when they're getting closed down. They're outnumbered. The best thing you can probably do here is play the ball, and hopefully our center defensive midfielder is coming to show he gets turned, okay? You already knew when it was coming here to here that the ball is probably coming this way. So what I want you to do, I want you to get real width, okay? If you can get that ball here, boom, look at all of this space that you have to attack him. The whole team is shifting, they're coming this way, you're coming this way with speed. You can either take him down the line or you can cut inside and get a shot on goal or play a little through ball for a teammate making a run. Okay, but if you want to put your defensive player under more pressure, okay, try to get that width, and then when you do get that width, like I said, don't hesitate. Go out speed right away and then get into that open space. Okay, now saying that, you don't always want to be predictable. So if this guy knows that you like to come wide all the time and he's coming to cut that space early, I don't want to stay here and receive that ball. I'll leave this space for my fullback. What I want to do is I want to make this run into here. Boom, maybe we can get a more advanced position, get the ball in a more advanced position like this, okay? So you're being unpredictable. If he's giving you space, you're going to stay out wide, okay? But if he's really closing you down, I want to come inside. Vary your runs, make yourself unpredictable, always changing up where you go, where you're receiving the ball, and always wanting the ball, always call for the ball. If you're open, you make sure he knows. Too many times players have space, but they don't open their mouth. They just expect this player to get the ball. Call for that ball. Make sure he gets it. Get you eye contact. Wave your hands. Do whatever it takes. Make sure that he's going to give you that ball. He sees that you're open. All right, so talked about getting at defenders, talked about using your speed. I talked in the fullback, the fullback video that I did, the importance of your crosses, the quality of your crosses. A lot of players are really good at getting past players, even at the professional level, but when it comes time to play that final ball, that's what really separates the great wingers, the great playmakers from the average ones, okay? The quality of your cross is so important because it has to be perfect. If it's too far behind, it's just gonna get cut out. If it's too far over the top, we're gonna lose the attack, okay? So you wanna always think about putting the ball into the attacker's running space. So if he has to stop or he has to go backwards to get the ball, it's not gonna leave him in a goal scoring opportunity. You wanna lead him onto that ball. So all he has to do is run right through it, get a header, or tap the ball into the back of the net with his side foot. Okay, but you don't wanna put it too close that the keeper is just gonna come and grab it. Now a really dangerous area, it depends on where your players are. Obviously, if they're coming from here and you wanna hit an early cross, you can hit something a little deeper like this for him to run onto. But a lot of times the best area to put a cross into is this second 6 right here, okay? Dangerous because the keeper can't really come for it. He'd come too far and then hopefully someone can just come across him and tap it in. So you basically want to freeze him on the line, and on the other side of that, the keeper can't come and it's behind the defenders. Okay, if the defenders can come through the ball, come towards the ball to get it, it's easy for him. But if he's running backwards and it's behind him, it makes it much harder for the defender to get to the ball. Okay, but I just want you to think about when you get the opportunity to take a cross and you see someone's making a good run, take a deep breath and really focus on your technique, on the quality. Don't panic, don't rush it. Make sure that you do everything you can to give the best cross possible. Put it in the exact spot that you want it with the right technique. Don't rush it, because that's really gonna make the difference between how many assists you make in a year. Now, a lot of times if you can get into a position like this, get to the byline and cut the ball back, that's great. Okay, so again, use your pace. Make that quick move, get to the line, hopefully someone's making a run, you can cut it back like that. But I also want you to vary. I don't know what side you play on, but it's very important for you to be a two-footed player. But you'll see a lot of times, especially in modern football, the wingers are right-footed wingers playing from the left side so they can cut in and get shots. Left-footed wingers playing from the right side so they can cut in and get shots, okay? So you want to come in. I want you to come in more times than not, especially when you don't have anyone really showing, okay, there's opportunity. I want you to come inside, want to get goals, want to get on your strong foot, want to get shots. But that's why it's so important that you are comfortable with both feet. Because if you're a left-footed player and you always go left and you always play that cross, well, he's just going to start showing you to the middle, and then you're going to get closed down by other players, okay? So sometimes go down the wing, sometimes come inside and get that shot that you deserve. And again, like I said in the other videos, have the confidence to take that shot. Have the confidence to miss that shot. Even if you miss it, you know you're doing the right thing, okay? But when you get your opportunities, just like the crosses, really focus on the technique. Do everything that you practice and make sure that you at least get it on target with some good pace. All right, so what else can we talk about? Talked about varying your runs, okay? So a lot of times playing as the winger, sometimes you get really isolated. Sometimes you feel like the ball never comes here or it never comes to your side. The ball is always on the right side of the pitch, okay? And you just stay here, you just run up and down this side the whole game and you never get the ball. Is that your teammate's fault? Maybe they should be switching the ball better, but you're not going to blame someone else. You need to do something about it. So it's okay for you to come inside like here, especially if the ball's always there. Come inside and play as that second attacking midfielder. If you can receive the ball in this position, great. Hopefully someone's coming to join in on the outside. You can play a ball like that, or you can combine with your teammates. But the point that I'm getting at here is I don't want you to feel just because you're the left winger, you have to stay on the left side of the field the whole game, okay? It's important for you to vary your runs, and it's okay to come in sometimes, because what happens here is the fullback's gonna get tracked into the inside. It's gonna leave all this space for your fullback to get on the ball, okay? So maybe you come in here and you play, but you have players around you, so what do? You keep it simple, play back. This center defensive midfielder has good vision, you're gonna play that ball into space. You created that space for your teammate with your movement because you didn't wanna just stay out here the whole game. Okay, so vary your runs. Remember, if he's gonna stay inside, that's okay. Keep your space, call for the ball. If he's gonna make it really tough on you, That's okay for you to come inside and ask for the ball to feet, get to feet, try to get turned, combine with your teammates. So vary your runs. Now let's talk about defensive side of things, because you do have responsibility as a winger. And a lot of players think, okay, I'm the winger, I don't have to help defend. That's not true. It's very important. Sorry. It's very important that you come and help out your fullback, especially if you're playing against a fullback who is always overlapping. Okay, it's very important that you come and help out, because what's happening here is it's a 2-on-1, and you're saying, oh, I'm a winger, I don't play defense, and this guy's saying, come on, man, help me out. Okay, it's a team sport. You want to help out your teammates, and they're gonna help out you. Okay, so especially if this fullback's always getting forward, you need to track with him. You need to help out. You need to come inside and help out on this winger. Okay, because a lot of times what will happen, let's say we're playing as, oh, that's not the ball. You're playing as the winger here, okay? Let's say the ball gets played out here, and it's a one-on-one here. Okay, his job is not necessarily to win the tackle, it's to stop him from advancing. So if he can just get in front of him, slow him down enough to get him turned, he's gonna need your help. You need to be there. But the problem is you were saying, oh, I don't wanna defend, I'm a winger. So you just left him, you expected him to do his job. Well, can you come and double up? So when he does do a good job of stopping this defender and gets him turned, you're already here, okay? You were tracking, you were expecting him to do a good job and slow him down. So you were slowly closing, and when he did turn, okay, boom, you doubled up. Anytime you have an opportunity to double up with your fullback, okay, your fullback did the job of stopping him, making him go backwards, I want you to be here to win that ball, and then play, and then we can counterattack, and you can get the ball back, and maybe you score, maybe you get an assist, and it all started because you decided to come and help your teammate out on the defensive side of things. Okay, so especially if this fullback's always getting forward, you know it's a 2-on-1, you gotta get with him, you gotta try to stay with him. Okay, because a lot of times he'll have to engage this player, and as he gets engaged, he's just gonna play a little pass into here. Okay, so can you recognize the run of their fullback and stay with him? Stay with him. Okay, our defender came to close. You played that pass into there, but you were good. You were on your game. You stayed with him, and now you got possession. Maybe you can turn, play the ball up into the striker here, but you did your job, okay? You didn't just say, I'm an attacker, I attack. No, you're an attacker, but you defend, you help out, you play both sides of the game. All right, so that's a lot of ideas to talk about, for you to think about, for you to apply to your game. The other thing, like I talked about in the attacking midfielder game, is, or the attacking midfielder video, if you want to score goals, you need to get in the box. And a lot of times, you're going to score a lot of goals by the strikers getting on the ball. Okay, you need to be here. You need to be an option for him, coming for that back post. Hopefully he can play that ball and you just get a nice little tap in. Okay, so if the ball's on the far side and you're this winger, hopefully someone's going to the front post, you need to be at that back post. Okay, maybe he comes in and everyone misses the ball, you're just going to be waiting there. Take a touch and tap it in, or if you can, hit it one time, make sure you get it on net. But the biggest thing is I want you getting involved. Like I said in the other video, scoring goals isn't all about technique, it's about getting in the right spots. So anytime there's a chance for someone to get to the box, get to the byline, you're going to cut the ball back, I want you to be at that back post, or I want you to be lurking around for something that's going to pop up, and you're just going to put it in the back of the net. But remember, it comes down to your desire. Okay, so maybe a counterattack happened. They were playing the ball, we won possession, the ball got played out quickly. Looks something like that. The ball gets played out quickly. Okay, you need to be making that run, even if you're way down here. Don't just jog and say, oh, I'll get in the next one. You need to get involved, because a lot of times, maybe you're way back here and we're attacking, we're counterattacking, the ball gets played in, okay, everyone's getting back. And the ball gets played in, and maybe we didn't score right away, but somehow it bobbled out and we got possession. Okay, you need to be coming for a late run to get on the ball, get involved. So scoring goals is gonna come down to you getting in the box, but it's your desire, it's your work ethic to get forward. Okay, know that there's gonna be an opportunity. How many goals do you see Ronaldo score just at this back post, okay? He made the run from deep, he was down here, and he made this full out sprint to the back post just for one touch on the ball to get in the net. But he scored that because he wanted it, he desired it, he worked for it, okay? He could have waited back here and said, oh, I'll get involved in the next play, or that's way too far, I'm not gonna run there. but he did what it took. Maybe the chance didn't come. He might have had to make this run 5 times before he got that easy tap in, but he knows he's going to get rewarded if he keeps getting in the box. Okay, so that's